Selling a rundown property here in Tucson might feel impossible. And you might be thinking to yourself, who's going to work on a property that needs so much work? With today's tips, you're going to be able to learn how to make this process easier, faster, as well as more profitable. Let's talk a little bit more about selling a rundown house here in Tucson. Hi, my name's Karl Krenzel. I'm the broker over here at Karl Buys Houses. If you're feeling stuck with an old and rundown house, it can feel pretty stressful. It can get expensive, and it can be incredibly frustrating. And if you own a rundown property here in Tucson and you don't want to spend the time fixing it up, selling it as is will be the easiest option for you. Here at Karl Buys Houses, I can help you evaluate your selling options so you can determine what selling method is really best for you and your family. Together, we can run the numbers so you can get a better idea of the selling options that are available to you. Today, let's talk about some of the ways that you can sell your rundown property fast without spending a lot of time or money in getting the job done. First, let's determine which repairs are the most cost effective. Some repairs are going to cost you a lot more money than others. Keep in mind that you don't have to fix everything in order to sell your rundown house in Tucson. If you decide that you want to list your property here in Tucson, you can begin by making a few small aesthetic repairs to help capture the interest of a potential buyer. You will have to disclose everything that's wrong with the property, but by improving the appearance of the house, you'll be able to generate a lot more attention from individuals who might have actually just passed on your home otherwise. If your property requires a number of repairs that aren't really visible to the naked eye, well, then be prepared for your buyer to negotiate to have these things, to have them fixed before they move in. Next, you want to highlight the property's potential. Even the most rundown property here in Tucson can become something special with the right rehab, right? When people come to see the house, make sure they get a real understanding of the property's potential. You can even have designs generated so they can have a better vision of what the property could actually become. Try to get your buyers to focus on what could be as opposed to the current condition the property is in. Let them know what it'll cost to renovate so they can justify spending the money to buy your house as is. When you can help them paint the vision for your buyer, well, then they might ultimately be able to help customize the house themselves. Next, list your property as is. Now, if there's just too much work or you don't want to spend the time or money fixing it up, well, you can always list the property as is. Keep in mind that you may not find a buyer for your property right away. Typically, the people who search on the multiple listings service are looking for a new home. They're looking for something they can typically move into right away. Now, weeks, not really months later, that's not what they're looking into. They're looking to move into something as soon as they close. So not everybody is up for a home renovation as soon as they, close. Now, when you're selling a rundown property here in Tucson, you'll need to make sure you are able to appeal to the right audience, right? Because that audience isn't always found on the multiple listing service. That's a key tip. Next, use staging as well as professional photography. It's a key tip right here for you, okay? They say that a photo is worth 1,000 words, right? And when your house is old and run down, your listing photos will likely look a lot less than stellar, okay? A good cleaning, use of some staged items, and the assistance of a professional photographer can make even the most run-down property look a lot more appealing to your potential buyers. Once you've captured the interest of more people, well, then you'll be able to share with them, right, what could be after the house has been renovated. Getting them in the door, both literally as well as proverbially, will help you get better chances with selling your rundown property here in Tucson. Finally, you can always work with a direct buyer. A professional home buyer will be able to buy your house exactly the way it is, okay? Now, not all buyers are the same, but when you work with a company like Karl Buys Houses, you'll be able to sell without commissions, without repair, and without waiting, okay? I can fix your property up efficiently and for a great price, allowing me to make you an excellent offer on your unwanted property here in Tucson. Now, unlike a traditional sale, you won't have to be prepared to negotiate for repair costs, because what I offer you, well, that's what you get. You know, selling a rundown property in Tucson can feel overwhelming. The key really for you is finding the right audience and exploring all of your selling options to determine what's right for you. At Karl Buys Houses, we will run the numbers together with you so you can make the right decision about how to sell your unwanted property here in Tucson as well as the surrounding area. We'll always be able to answer your questions without any hassle, without any cost, commitment, or any pressure to sell. Selling a property down in Tucson? Give me a call today. I'd love to make you a fair, fast offer on your unwanted property here in Tucson. Give me a call at 520-403-6227 or click on the link below and I'll be happy to talk with you then. Thanks a lot and have a powerful selling day. Bye-bye.